So Kulve Taroth is finally out in Stories 2, and it's time to talk about it. So I did the quest. At the time of recording this, I only did it once, but the quest is the Goddess of Gold. So keep in mind, before you start this quest, you see the trial bonus, where it has finish in under 20 minutes, you get Expedition Ticket SR. So that, you can't farm that. That's a one-time bonus, and it might be the same for the other two. One-time bonus, keep that in mind because that's super important. And even on Twitter, I had the wrong idea before I made the video. And I got really hyped when I first saw it, and I said, oh shit, this is a good way to farm SR tickets, but no. It's just a good way to get one free SR ticket if you can beat it in under 20 minutes. Or at 20 minutes or less. So yeah. So the quest is pretty interesting. So you get about 30 minutes max, and it seems that time is always ticking even when you're in battle. So this quest is pretty much a glorified speed run, which is pretty interesting. You're also told to hunt also Brachydios, Astellos, and Kulve Taroth. So yeah, after looking around a bit and hunting an Astellos, I found Kulve Taroth. And I have some interesting things to say about Kulve in this game. I think they translated her really well in Stories 2. Just going from, like, obviously, you know, action combat to turn-based. It's a pretty good translation, to be honest. But yeah, so regular Kulve, at first she starts out as a technical attacker. And then when she's in rage, she will be a power attacker. So that's, you know, something important to keep in mind, obviously. And yeah, Kulve's second form, or her form without her gold dress or gold armor on, is in the game. And you can probably guess the power type, but yeah, she primarily is a speed type attacker in this form. But then when she's enraged, she is once again a power type attacker. So that's really important if you don't want the fight to be pretty rough, because it does get kind of rough sometimes. Usually when she's enraged, she'll go crazy with the AoEs. She has her roll. That's an AoE, and she'll combo the shit out of that and her fire blast AoE. She can do that upwards to like 5 or 6 times. Also, Kulve's weakness is straight up thunder with and without her gold coating, which is kind of different from World, where she was weak to thunder with her coating and weaker to ice without her coating. So it's a lot more simpler in Stories 2, which makes sense. Yeah, makes sense considering how the game's designed. But I like that. I think it's pretty straightforward. And I'll give you guys my opinions later on the fight. But after you break all of Kulve's parts, she will then shed off her dress. That sounded kind of fucking wrong, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So now this part gets a bit dicey, as I only did the quest once so far, so I don't exactly know everything about how this happens, but it does seem that in instances Kulve will run away during the quest, but usually it's not the end of the quest. So you see the NPC hit her right here, and then she ends up running away right after she shed her gold plating. And then we actually can still find her around in a quest as long as time doesn't run out. And the tricky thing is I still had to find Brachy, so I went to go find Brachy, took out Brachy, and then I came back to look for Kulve again. And I had 19 minutes left on the clock. So I found her again, and we continued the fight. Mind you, this is all in the same quest, by the way. You have a maximum of 30 minutes to finish this quest, by the way. A maximum of 30 goddamn minutes. So, yeah, use it wisely. So, yeah, I don't know if you can just hunt Kulve and kind of like speedrun Kulve, and do you still have to hunt the other two monsters in the quest? I'm not sure, but if anyone does know, leave it down in the comments below. There's still a lot of questions to be asked about this. So yeah. So one cool tip is you break her horn. That's a free knockdown. And, you know, that's an opportunity for a lot of goddamn damage, as you're going to need that because the clock will be ticking, especially if you're doing it by yourself with an NPC, like I did. And with 5 fucking minutes remaining, I did finish the quest. And, yeah, got a lot of parts from Kulve, actually. And I ended up getting a spiral horn, which is worth 10 points. So, yeah, this is a pretty cool quest. But let's get into, you know, the coolest part for me is the gear. Alright, rapid fire. Here's Kulve's armor. Looks good, as usual. Here's the sword and shield. Here is the greatsword, Taroth Blaze. Here is the hammer, Taroth Hammer. Clever name. Hunting horn, Taroth Pipe. And here is the bow, Taroth Arrow, which is thunder. And Taroth Buster, which is ice, the gun lance. And yeah, little bit of a rapid fire there. But so my overall opinions of this quest so far, I only did it once. I don't really know the ins and outs of the quest yet, but I will say that it was pretty enjoyable considering the fact that we do have a harder version of the quest coming. I'm not really sure if we're gonna get, like, I don't know if we'll get the master rank iteration of the armor in the next harder quest. I can only hope so, or maybe we'll just get the alpha. I mean, not the alpha, the beta. We might get the beta set, maybe. I don't really know, but this is kind of what I expected, and yeah, the quest is pretty good. Too bad we can't ride her as a monstie, but yeah. Also have to do the quest for Bolt Reaver and for Hellblade Glavenus. But you know what? I think this update's pretty good so far. I need to do the Kulve quest a lot more to really know more about how it works. But yeah, until next time, which is probably tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.